Now let's talk. Today we do database management system, and in this unit here is a session number 6, that is SQL and DDL commands. In previous session, means in session number 5, we also discussed SQL command. SQL command stands for structured query language, means how we can run the SQL command. And next is here DDL command. DDL stands for data definition language. In this, we basically use the create database, create table, alter database, and drop database. These commands related to the definition of the data. That's why we called it data definition language. Now let us discuss all these points one by one. Yes, this is your session number 6. In this session, what they are saying that in a database, structure of the data can be defined and data can be manipulated using some commands. And that command is called what? That commands are called structured query language. Means in database, if we want to fetch any data, then we can fetch with the help of command. And these commands are called structured query language. SQL commands are instructions used to communicate with the database to perform specific tasks that work with data. Means suppose that we have one database, and in that database we store the data of whole school, but we just want to fetch the data of 10th class. Then how we can do? We can fetch with the help of SQL command. We will use their SQL commands to perform operations from the database. And after that, they are saying that for an example, you can create table in database. We can create the table, create data to the table, add data to the table. We can also add the data in table, can modify the data, can drop the table. Drop the table means we can delete the table. Set permissions for the users means who person can access what kind of data, means we can set the permissions. For an example, in school database, you students just can view only your profile, and as I'm your teacher, I can view all my classes profile, and as well as management is there, they can view, or they can view all the school data. Next is there, they are saying that SQL commands are grouped into 4 major categories depending upon their functionality. First is here data definition language. In data definition language, what is there? In this, we can perform following tasks. Which one task is here? We can create, alter, and drop schema object, grant and revoke privileges and roles, add comments to the data dictionary. Means these 3 tasks we can perform in data definition language. Next type is here transaction control language, that is TCL. Transaction control commands manage changes made by DML commands. Means जो भी बेटा DML command data manipulation language commands जो भी changes करती है, that is controlled by which command? That is controlled by TCL. These SQL commands used to managing changes affecting the data. These commands are commit, rollback, and save point. Commit means सर जब भी कोई database से हम command लगाते हैं, उसके behalf पे अगर हमारा proper result आता है, that means commit कि आपकी command complete हो गई है. Rollback कि आपने ऐसी command लगा दी उसके behalf पे कोई भी data ही नहीं है database में, then it will roll back the query. And save point is also one part of your TCL command. Next is here data control language, that is DCL. DCL stands for data control language. It is used to create roles, permissions, and referential integrity, as well as it is used to control access to the database by securing it. These SQL commands are used to providing security to the database. और इसमें कौन सी आती है कमांड्स बेटा? ग्रांट एंड रिवोक, मींस दैट इज रिलेटेड टू द परमिशंस कि आपका डाटा कौन सा यूजर कितना डाटा एक्सेस कर सकता है. Next command is here, that is DML. DML stands for data manipulation language. In this, what we can do, we can directly communicate with the table. And what kind of operations we can perform? We can perform select, insert, update and delete. These four commands come under the category of your DML. Now in next step, what they are saying that create statement and create database. Means first how to create the statement and how we can create the database. We can use the command that is create database, or you can say DB name. Here they are saying create database, and what is the name of database here? Test. Clear? How we can create the database? For that we will use the command create database, then write down the name of the database. For an example, create database and then write down the name of the database. After that, how we can create the table? Suppose first we create the database, and in database we can create the multiple tables. And here they are saying that how we can create the table. Create table, this is the syntax for create a table. Create table, then we have to write down the name of the table. After that, column 1, suppose that we want to create table. That table contain student roll number and name and age. Suppose this data we want to fill in the table, then how we can do? First we write create table, then write down the name of the table. This is the syntax of the table. Then opening bracket start this bracket, write down the column name. After that data type, again column name 2, again data type of that, column 3, data type column 4, and then data type. Clear? This is the syntax by which we can create a table. Now they are creating one table, that is students, and that have 3 fields. Means syntax is same, create table, student, and then bracket. In this what we write? Student ID, and data type is int. Int means integer value. It will just store only whole values. Means you can't write any floating point value. Floating point value means, my dear students, decimal values. You can't write decimal values in student ID, because we set here data type as an integer. It means that it will just keep only integer values. Next is here name, that is varchar. Varchar means beta, varchar is a data type, and in varchar data type we can type alphabet as well as numeric values. And here 100 means it will store 100 values, 100 characters. Means suppose I want to store NEELAM, NEELAM. There are only 6 characters. So in name we can write maximum 100 length. Means we can store 100 characters in name field. Next is here age. Age data type is integer. Means in age we can also write down the whole values like 16, 17, 14, 13, 20, 22, 32. In this way we can write down the value in age. Means we also write down here integer value. We can't write here suppose 16 year 2 month, yeah 18 year 4 month. We can't write values, this type of values in age. We just can write only integer values. After that what they are saying that next here they are explaining this. The above command will create a new table with the name student in the current database with 3 columns. How many columns will be there in table? There are three columns in table. First one is student ID, next one is name, and the third one is age. Where student ID will store only integer, name will hold up to 100 character, and age again will store only integer values. Now, this is the new line here. If you are currently not logged into your database in which you want to create a table, then you can also add the database name. बच्चे ये वाला सिंटेक्स हमारा टेबल क्रिएट करने का कब होगा? जब हमने ऑलरेडी वो डेटाबेस ओपन किया होगा जिसमें हम ये टेबल बना रहे हैं. लेकिन कई बार होता है हमने डेटाबेस ओपन नहीं कर रखा, उसके बाद भी हम टेबल बनाना चाहते हैं. Then how we can do? For that, we also have to write down the name of the database before the table name. Means suppose अगर बेटा टेस्ट डेटाबेस खुला हुआ है उसके बाद आप ये टेबल क्रिएट कर सकते हो with the help of this syntax. बट आपने वो डेटाबेस खोल ही नहीं रखा, आपका डेटाबेस वो बंद पड़ा है, फिर भी आपको उसमें टेबल बनानी है. देन हाउ यू कैन डू? यू कैन write down the database name, then dot operator, and then write down your table name. Clear? Now come to the next thing, that is here alter command. Alter command का means क्या होता है बच्चे? Alter command is used to altering the table structure. Table structure means बेटा suppose आपने age का कॉलम ऐड किया है, बट मुझे age का कॉलम नहीं चाहिए, मुझे तो उसकी जगह पे फादर नेम का कॉलम चाहिए. या गलती से जो स्टूडेंट आईडी है मैंने स्टूडेंट आईडी लिख दिया, लेकिन मुझे तो उस फील्ड का नाम रोल नंबर लिखना था, स्टूडेंट रोल नंबर. मीन्स या तो आपको कोई नया कॉलम ऐड करना है, या जो भी कॉलम एग्जिस्टिंग है उसको रीनेम करना है, या किसी कॉलम की डाटा टाइप को चेंज करना है. कि मैंने जैसे एज में इंटीजर लिख दिया लेकिन मुझे तो एज को वेरकर करना था. क्या पता कोई बच्चा ऐसे भी लिख दे कि माई एज इज 16 ईयर 4 मंथ, कोई बच्चा ऐसे भी लिख सकता है. मीन्स किसी की डाटा टाइप चेंज करनी हो या टेबल में से किसी कॉलम को डिलीट करना हो, देन वी यूज द alter command. Why we use the alter command? There are four things for that we can use the alter command. Means if we want to add any column in existing table, want to rename any existing column, want to change the data type and can modify the size, and next is last one is here, we want to delete any column from the table, then we use the alter command. And what is the syntax for it? Here is the syntax: alter table, then write down the name of the table, and add. Add is basically used when we want to add any column. Suppose मेरी टेबल में 3 कॉलम है, मुझे फादर नेम का भी कॉलम ऐड करना है या एड्रेस का कॉलम ऐड करना है. Then how we can do? We write here alter table student add, then write down the name of the column, write down the data type, and then bracket close. This is the way by which we can add any column in a table. Next is here, this is the way by which we can just add only one column. But if we want to add multiple columns, then how we can do? Here is the syntax: alter table, again table name, add. In place of one, we will write here multiple. Column name 1, 2, 3. Here is the data type, then bracket close. Now they are adding father name, mother name, and date of birth. Alter table, student, add command, bracket start. We add here father name, mother name, and the date of birth. Now, next is here. Suppose हमने कोई टेबल बना ली बेटा, लेकिन हमें किसी की टेबल को मॉडिफाई करना है, मीन्स कॉलम नेम हमें चेंज करना है. देन हाउ वी कैन डू? फॉर दैट वी आल्सो यूज द ऑल्टर टेबल टेबल नेम, बट इन प्लेस ऑफ ऐड व्हाट वी डू, वी विल राइट डाउन हियर मॉडिफाई. मॉडिफाई कमांड यूज करते हैं बच्चे अगर हमें किसी भी एग्जिस्टिंग फील्ड की अगर हमें उसकी डेटा टाइप को चेंज करना है. Then we write here column name and then data type. Clear? Here they are writing alter table student modify address varchar 300. Means पहले इन्होंने एड्रेस को कितना बनाया था? 200 का बनाया था, लेकिन मुझे इसके वर्ड लिमिट को इंक्रीज करना है. Then we can add here 300. Now in previous class, in previous part, here is 200, means here is the size of address is 200, but in place of 200 we want to modify that address with 300. And how we can do? We will use their alter table student, then write down here keyword modify, and then which field you want to modify. We want to modify the address, then write down the data type, and then write down here character. Clear? In this way, we can modify the table. Next is here, suppose that we want to rename any column. Means in this, we write down the student ID, but in place of student ID, we want to set student ID की जगह हमें उसका student roll number लिखना है. लेकिन इसमें इन्होंने क्या एग्जाम्पल लिए बच्चे? They are saying that address की जगह हमें क्या सेट करना है उसका location. Then how we can do? Alter table, then table name, then write down the keyword rename, because we want to rename the column name. That's why we use keyword that is rename. Then write down the old column name, then use word to, and then write down the new column name. Suppose we want to rename the address. Address से हमें क्या बनाना बच्चे? Location. Then how we can do? Alter table student rename address to location, means where it finds the column name address, it will change into location. And next alter command is here related to drop or remove the column. How we can remove and drop the column? For that, same command will do. Alter table, then table name. This portion remains same. And then we write here drop, and then write down the name of the column. Suppose here we write the command drop table student, then drop, and then write down the name of the column, means address. We want to drop the address field from table student. Clear? Now next is here drop command. जो complete drop command होती है बच्चे, उससे हम क्या, ये वाली जो alter table में हम drop use करते हैं, we can just delete only column name. means एक column अगर हमें delete करना है, then we can use this. कि एक हमारे पास table है, उस table में से हमें कोई भी column delete करना है, then we use alter table, this one command. But we just want to delete complete table, or you can say, or we also want to delete the complete database. Then how we can do? Then we can do with the help of drop command. Means drop command completely removes a table from the database. This command will also destroy the table structure and the data stored in it. Here is the syntax. Drop table and then write down the name of the table. Here they are saying drop table. Suppose they want to drop the student table. With the help of this command, we can drop the student table. In a similar way, suppose we also want to drop the database, then how we can do? Drop database, then write down the name of the database. Suppose they write here test database, and with the help of this command, we are able to drop the complete database. Drop means delete the complete database. Now here is a summary. Let's discuss the self-assessment. First is, which of the following does DDL stands for? All of you know that DDL stands for Data Definition Language. Here C will be right answer. They are saying that data depleting language, data development language, but no, DDL stands for data definition language. Now next is here, what does the S in SQL stands for? We know that beta SQL stands for what? Structured query language. Now they are saying the example specific, S stand for specific, S stand for standard, S stand for structured. We know that SQL means structured query language. So here answer will be C, that is your structured. Next is to modify the data type of a column in a table, which command and keyword is used. कि बेटा हमें डेटा टाइप को मॉडिफाई करना है किसी कॉलम की, हाउ वी कैन डू क्रिएट एंड चेंज, ऑल्टर एंड मॉडिफाई, ड्रॉप एंड चेंज. वी नो दैट अगर हमें किसी भी कॉलम को मॉडिफाई करना है देन वी यूज ऑल्टर एंड मॉडिफाई. Which command and keyword we use? We use alter command and which keyword? Modify keyword. Here B will be the right answer. Next is here the drop command is used to. Why we use the drop command? Drop only databases, drop only tables, drop databases or table. We know that with the help of drop command, we can drop the database and table. Clear? This is all about your session number 6. I am going to show you the self-assessment of this, how you have to do. Just wait for a moment. I inserted this session here. Here is the session. Here is the session, that is SQL and DDL commands. MCQs we already discussed. Now question answer are here. Only 3 questions are here. First question is here. Create a database table with the following schema. Means एक database में बेटा table create करनी है, उसमें क्या होना चाहिए? एक field हमें बनाना है A, जिसकी data type रखनी है integer. एक field बनाना है हमने B, जिसकी data type रखनी है varchar 40. और एक field बनाना है हमें C, जिसकी type हमें रखनी है date. तो कैसे रखते हैं बेटा? Suppose हमने बेटा table का नाम set किया student. हम कोई भी नाम ले सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि स्टूडेंट ही लेना जरूरी है. यू कैन चूज एनी नेम. सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे पहले लिख दिया, सपोज द नेम ऑफ द टेबल इज स्टूडेंट. देन हाउ वी कैन डू? ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट फॉर क्रिएट अ टेबल व्हाट वी हैव टू राइट, क्रिएट टेबल, देन द नेम ऑफ द टेबल, ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट, फील्ड नेम, डाटा टाइप, सेकंड फील्ड का नाम, again उसकी data type, third field name and then data type. क्योंकि इन्होंने पहले ही बताया बेटा एक field बनाना है A, जिसकी data type क्या रखनी है आपको? integer. second field होना चाहिए B, जिसकी data type क्या होनी चाहिए? varchar 40. और third जो data type है उसकी type होनी चाहिए date, कि means आपको इसमें date type की values डालनी है. Then we write down the column name A, B, C and then write down the data type. Next is in the above table modify the field B to the data type varchar 75. इन्होंने कहा है बेटा जो आपने अभी एक टेबल बनाई ऊपर, इसमें हमने क्या किया था? varchar 40 यूज किया था. अभी कह रहे हैं varchar 40 की जगह इसका कैरेक्टर इंक्रीज कर दो, मीन्स 75 होनी चाहिए. आप सबको पता है अगर हमें यूज करना तो हम कौन सा कीवर्ड यूज करते हैं? ऐसे मॉडिफाई. ऑल्टर टेबल कमांड स्टार्ट होगी हमारी. ऑल्टर टेबल, then table name, then modify, then column name and then data type. This is the syntax. And how we can do? Alter table, student, modify, B column, second column को इन्होंने बोला है B को modify करना है हमें. क्या करना है उसमें? varchar 75. Then we write here varchar 75. In this way we can modify the field. Next is here, what is the drop command in SQL? Yes, my dear students, we know that with the help of drop command, what we can do? We can delete the table and as well as database from the we can delete table and database. First drop command, they are saying that write down drop table, name of the table, and then suppose we write here drop table student. From this command, we are able to delete the student table, and this is the example of drop database test. We can also delete the database, that is test. Clear, beta? This is all about your session number 6.